Hey, how are you guys doing? I thought I would do a video for people here at Patreon. Thank you for supporting me. Moving has been an experience. If you've ever moved, you know it can be rather difficult, and I apologize for the gap in content that it has created. Um, I've been working for a little while on new material and updating old material. As you guys know, for the longest time I've used Nintendo DS to make my beats on the Korg DS10 program, and then they updated the Korg program and put it on an iPad. I'm going even further and trying to use the Gadget program, which has higher fidelity than even that. The thing about the other two programs is they involve synthesis, so I wasn't using a lot of samples or using a lot of other sounds outside of those, and of course adding the guitar and vocals to it. But the thing about Gadget is it's based on more complex synthesis and then sample-based things like for the drums. Because I've always felt like the drums were just kind of a little bit underneath where I wanted them to be, but I liked dealing with the limitation, and now I'd like to maybe step beyond that and use stuff that sounds just a little bit nicer. Oh, and that's one of the good things about Gadget is like it has all of these modules that are just sort of based on different real-world devices and rack equipment or synths or what have you. And just overall, it has a bit more fidelity to the sound. Thicker drums, but you can't hear that because it's an iPod speaker. But like with time, I'm gonna get this set of songs sounding really good. I'm working on vocals. I've hit a wall because this old Sterling microphone that I got years ago when I started recording Hot Banana and gave me problems through Why Are You Like This is aging and kind of on its way out. No matter how I sing into it, it comes off just a little bit more overdriven than I would like. So I either have to get that repaired or the smart money is on getting new equipment to replace that. In the meantime, I'm using my, I don't see it around because of course I don't see it around because there's a mess in here. I have taken a step back and I'll be recording some of the vocals with my stage mic, which is actually quite clear. It just isn't a condenser mic like this one is. And for this room, that might be optimal because I got the window and there's the street right here, and I haven't done any kind of soundproofing yet to capture that. But I have used just regular old handheld mic in the past to really good results. I'm still using this, I think I talked about this program a little bit back before. It's called N-Track, and it's a multi-track recording program that I'm using to replace the Auria program, or I think I heard a guy on a video say it was Area, but I don't know. I don't know which it is. This program has been good to me, but with just the way that Apple sometimes works, this gets updated, the device gets updated, and it leaves the software behind. And eventually, when the software takes a step forward, it goes too many steps forward. So when you have an iPad like mine that is quote-unquote obsolete because they don't make updates for it anymore, I miss out on all of the subsequent bug fixes and hardware, or not hardware, but software improvements. And sometimes with these programs, as I've had with a couple of them, they just flat out don't work. So this will still be, in the arsenal. It'll be something I use. But unless I want to drop $1,200 on an iPad Pro, I'm going to be recording here on this because this machine is further ahead than I even expected it to be. It's normally what I stream on, but it's got a lot of power, and I'm just kind of excited to work with a screen and tactile devices instead of touch on a little screen. I don't know. Still playing the St. Vincent guitar. I've been adding some acoustics tracks to some of what I'm doing. I've got 2 project directions I want to take and do some old music that has not been updated. The songs off of Fun is the Funnest do not sound great, and that's part of why they didn't get bumped up onto Spotify. There's another reason I'll go into in another video sometime. I'll tell you some stories of D&D Sluggers soon. And then the other side of things, the more futuristic, high fidelity, possibly even sort of vaporwave, not vaporwave, but 80s kind of synthwave sounding, just all the newer stuff will go in another direction, which tentatively is being called Hero Car. So Hero Car, the old stuff, stuff from the earlier albums I'm re-recording, and it'll be called Where You Came From, and that's a story too. So that's all of what's going on. The room in here is like going pretty well. I'm actually looking up stuff about how to make things work a little bit more smoothly. These headphones are just the greatest. The Sony MDR 7506. If you watch TV and there's people in a studio, either on fake shows or real stuff, people use these a lot, and I wouldn't have even known that when I got them. They just seemed like the best deal. This is studio monitor up here. This is actually very comfortable on my stupidly just recently shaved head. Man, I don't have much else to bring up. Once again, thank you for supporting me on Patreon. Tell a few people and let them know that I'm doing the dumbest stuff possible. And you know what, guys? Don't forget my catchphrase.